Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades, I hope you're doing well wherever you are. This is Kenyan Revolution. I hope you're doing well. 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 Mwaka mpya, new year, new things, new everything. Well, I'm just saying. But Happy New Year. Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades. It's been a minute, and I'll be here for just a couple of minutes, probably 1 hour max, less than that. I have responsibilities as usual, but I will speak on what's going on, right? So much going on in Kenya politics. As you know, this channel is about Kenyan politics, so we shall delve into everything. But I want to say hi to everyone. Thank you so much. Elisha Okinyo already was on the comment section. Principal Kaur, hi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Hope the New Year is treating you well so far. So, karibuni sana, karibuni sana, karibuni sana. The topic today is fake opposition and political activism in Kenya, or political activists in Kenya, okay? Now, this is interesting topic for me personally because there's something that I was listening to Francis Gaitho, who's been kicking up dust lately, you know, and I like what he's saying. I like what he's saying. This guy has been exposing the kind of fake activism that has been going on. He was actually the first, to be honest, the first person to expose Boniface Mwangi and Hanifa, you know, when they were pretending and all. And I started looking at Boniface Mwangi really closely to see how he operates, the kind of when he gets arrested by the DCI and all this stuff, and then he gets released. And I saw it for myself. There was no doubt about it that this guy was actually, you know, he has something to do with the state. He's not a true opposition. Nikama, they have a deal with the state where he plays the opposition, the activist, or whatever the case is. Because if you're a true activist, okay, who has been speaking for that long against the, you know, the government of the day, I don't think you would stay in Kenya. It's either you run away from Kenya for your safety or you'll be disappeared, okay? And you know what that means, okay? So I've been following very closely. And look at the kind of people who associate with Hanifa and with Boniface Mwangi, okay? Okiya Omtatah and Martha Karua, that fake lady, Iron Lady, okay? She thinks she's the Margaret Thatcher of Kenya. She's fake, okay? But anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But so much is going on. So much is going on. We need to cover all of it. Not all of it, but some of it, okay? That matter. Yes, Eric Ayaga is there. Karibu. A very interesting friend of mine, Eric Ayaga, okay? He's saying real opposition is... How is you? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Okay. Njiru Mwaura, I see you too, Mengia. I've been following you, your program. You're doing well. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to see you too, brother. Happy New Year too. Karibu sana, karibu sana. Of course, I follow you. For you guys who are going to watch this on repeat or you're watching this, please go check out Njiru Mwaura. He has his own channel where he speaks about politics in depth too. So please go up there, subscribe, share, like, and do all the good stuff. Karibu sana, karibu sana. Yeah, so as I was saying, in Kenya, we have a fake opposition. We do have fake opposition. And they're really crowding the scene. They're hogging the media, okay? They're clouding the real revolutionary movement. They're doing what Raila has been doing for the past 30, 40 years. Okay, I've always mentioned here that Raila's role in Kenya is to play the opposition. He's the constant since the Moi days, at least since Moi, okay? He's always been alikosana na Kibaki. You know, he won in 2007, but he, you know, of course, I'll give him a pass for 2007 because, you know, Condoleezza Rice and, you know, George Bush sent Condoleezza Rice to, you know, straighten things out with Kofi Annan, and they, you know, we had that Nusumkati. You know the drill, okay? After the atrocities that happened. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is this, that Raila for the past 30 years, he has always been the constant, the people who, he's the person who people looked at as the liberator, the opposition, the true opposition, member of the opposition who can actually bring down the government or can check the government for that matter. But this guy has always joined hands with the government of the day, the oppressive government of the day, in form of handshakes, BBI, whatever you want to call it, okay? And he joins in and he starts speaking the same tune as now. It's more than apparent that Raila Odinga has always been a control opposition, okay? He is the person who jaribu kutuliza watu when things start getting hot and people want to overthrow the government of the day. He's the guy who comes up and pretends that, oh, tulieni, wacha nikazungumze na jamaa, then people, you see what I'm saying? The slave master, all right? Now, since Raila is in his twilight years, is kind of on his way out of politics. I mean, whether he likes it or not, I know he will still be active in Kenyan politics because AU is next month. We shall find out. Probably he will lose. You know that. If you don't know that, then you'll know that on February, okay? So once he loses, he'll come back to Kenya and reassert himself in Kenyan politics. And again, he will try to reclaim his place as the head of the opposition. But remember, these people have plan B. These political elites have plan B. They have the Martha Karuas, the Kia Omtatas, the Kalonzo Musyokas, these Hanifas, Boniface Mwangi, these useless people, busybodies who run around and pretend that they're activists, that they're opposing oppression and all this stuff. But really, they're not. They're paid opposition, okay? And it is becoming more apparent. I'm mentioning that because there's something that Francis Gaito said that was very interesting, and I'll play it in a minute. But first, before I get started, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we are going to watch this repeat, or you're watching it right now on silence or whatever, on the background, or whatever the case is. Please do me a favor. Don't actually do me a favor. Just do yourself a favor. Take one moment and hit that like button, okay? And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Share, like, comment in your all political spaces, WhatsApp, social media, whatever the case is, X, whatever the case is, okay? Tell them about Kenya Revolutionary. Here we talk about politics. But let me start with this video. I will mention that, then there's so much going on. After Francis Gaito, I want to mention also talk about the whole Maina Njenga thing where he had a bunch of youth in somewhere in Central Province where they make this, what an oath, but they pledged not to go against Ruto and all this stuff. So what does that mean in the Kenyan politics, okay? And what does that mean for Central Kenya? I won't talk much about the architecture or the political dynamics of Central Province because I'm not from there, but I'll just tell you right now what this whole Maina Njenga thing is all about. It's basically to neutralize Gachagua's noise, okay? But let me tell you something. All of these people are working together. All of these people are working. I'm telling you, do not be fooled. But I'll get to that. Let's start with Francis Gaito. Let's stay focused here. Let's stay focused. Erica Yaga is telling me Baba will win AUC. Okay, you know what? He might, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me start with the video about Francis Gaito that I was talking about. Then we shall go to the other stuff. Mara moja. Mkae mstari wa mbele na mfinye your like button na musubscribe kama mjasubscribe. Ama namna gani? All right, let's start with Francis Gaito. Let's hear what he's here to say, all right? Because I think what he said was very interesting. Here it is. Tuanze hapo.
For you to fear. As long as you've taken the basic measures of removing your SIM card, of not engaging with sellouts like Morara and Hanifa and all these prominent activists and influencers, as long as you're sure, you have nothing to worry about. Imagine avoiding abduction is as simple as that. You guys are making it so complicated. It's simple. Remove your SIM card, Safaricom SIM card. Stop sharing your numbers and details with these, especially these we call Omtata fuckboys. There's so many, but then it's different accounts which he has registered through his guys, Akina KOT, Sonko, Mabonga. So each has registered 100 of his. And you can see most of those accounts are registered in 2024. So once you see those 2024 without many followers, but they're keen on the comments, you block them. You block them. Don't entertain them. Don't respond to them. No, block. Block. Yeah, blocked I am. I think I'm approaching 4,000 people are blocked. So we cannot forge a new destiny for our country, while we are relying on old tactics, while we are relying on conmen, fraudulent activists like Boniface Mwangi, like Okiya Omtata. Okiya Omtata yesterday was sent to disrupt our momentum. He was sent to divert attention from Kibet. Yet he is the one who staged Kibet's abduction. Okiya Omtata, the sellout of the century.
Yay! Okiya Omtata, the sellout of the century. No. That title is reserved for Raila Amolo Odinga Conman Tiringenye Chwar Eda Tibim Kidikibudi Mkora mwenyewe. That is the conman of the century, not Omtata. Omtata is the new assistant. Please, guys, to get it right. Get it right. That's my only beef with you. The conman of the century is Raila Amolo Odinga Conman Tiringenye mwenyewe. Okay? Then followed by Okiya Omtata and Martha Karua and Kalonzo Musyoka. Okay? But anyway, let's not lose focus. What I found interesting about what Gaito said was this. The idea that Kenyans were, of course, Kenyans were upset about this whole Kibet thing and other young boys, young men and women who have been abducted. And Kenyans decided to flood the streets and show their disdain for this government, okay? Now, Okiya Omtata, a very interesting thing. I mentioned it, I think I mentioned it in my last live. It's been a while, probably 5 days ago or more. Okiya Omtata was under fire, okay? Because Amenya, who is the guy who exposed the whole Adani thing, wrote a tweet regarding how he tried to reach out to Okiya Omtata to help him in this process of releasing him information about Adani. And Okiya Omtata did not respond to him. So when Amenya wrote that and exposed that Okiya Omtata was not, responding when Amenya tried to reach out to him, because, Amenya believed that this guy was, Okiya Omtata always is interested in money matters. You know that, okay? He claims he's a constitutionalist, and he cares about all this, about our budget, how our money is spent, what Constitution says about our budget, and how money is being misused and used and all that stuff, okay? So he thought Okiya Omtata, being somebody who's stand up and is always advocating for this stuff and he's training himself in the parliament, he thought that's the right guy to reach out to help him with this unveiling of this Adani deal with the government. But Okiya Omtata apparently did not want, did not respond to Amenya, did not even kakushika simu yake or whatever the case is. So Amenya exposed that and say, you know what, I have my questions about Okiya Omtata. How come this guy, when I was trying to, tell him about this stuff, he did not return my calls, he didn't even pick up my calls. I tried to reach out to him, he's not responding. So he was like, what's up with this? Okay, what's up? You need it? Okiya Omtata. The question. And at the same time, Miguna wrote a lengthy tweet that raising questions about Okiya Omtata. Okay, how Okiya Omtata, was silent about there was a law that was being passed there. What was it called? Conflict of interest law. He was in Busia. Then he kind of painted a picture of how the circumstances surrounding Kibet's disappearance. Okay, why is it that Kibet was arrested when he went to meet with Okiya Omtata? Okay, and so Miguna was raising questions like, hey, listen, can you tell us did you see the guys who came to your office? Because he came to see you. So why, can you explain? Did you see any person, whatever? And while Amenya wrote that, Miguna also raised questions about Okiya Omtata's past. Of course, Okiya Omtata also has been involved in, lawsuits that actually were being, brought in favor of people who are in government right now. So people started questioning Okiya Omtata, like, okay, what's happened with Kibet? He came to see you. How come that Quebec has always evaded being arrested? But this one time when he came to see Okiya Omtata in his office, that's when he gets arrested. So Okiya Omtata, we have questions about this. What happened? Okay, and Okiya Omtata stayed silence for 48 hours. Last time I checked, I think I know math. 48 hours is 2 days. Okay, So if somebody brings, and this was trending in Twitter sphere, okay, or whatever, X. So if somebody brings an allegation about you, wanauliza Kibet alikuwa wapi, how did he get lost? What happened? Did you see anybody? And you stay quiet for 48 hours, which is 2 days. That's questionable. Why? What took you long? So it took Okiya Omtatah 48 hours to respond, and the next time he responded, he akashow ile picha ya ninio, picha ya ile gari ilikuwa imepakiwa karibu na ofisi yake. Then he started all this mandamano on Monday. He was joining this. Okay, we'll have mandamano on Monday, okay? Then, regarding Amenya, he called Amenya. He reached out to Amenya, okay? And tried to, hash out things, iron out things. Told Amenya, hey, listen. Basically, I'm not privy to the information or the exchange between the two, but basically I can pretty much tell this is how it went. Listen, my brother, don't expose me. Just tulia, give me the benefit of the doubt and blah, 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 right? So Amenya came back and wrote that he's giving Okiya Omtatah the benefit of the doubt. Okay? The benefit of doubt. All right? So, strike two. So, Amenya here exposes Okiya Omtatah regarding that day, being, him, ghosting him when he needed his help with the exposure of this Adani deal. Strike two is Miguna raised questions surrounding the disappearance of Kibet coming to his office, okay? And he had no explanation for 48 hours before he responded about his arrest. And when he responded, he quickly started talking about Mandamano, and he was like, okay, we are going to fight for Kibet, right? Now, after that, and I'm coming, this is all connected. So after that, we go to Mandamano on Monday, right? Since Mandamano imefika on Monday. Guess who the camera was actually focusing on? It was all about Okiya Omtatah in Aga Khan Road with his minions there, okay? Tear gas, and they were taking pictures, and you can go to Hanifa's page. It's actually funny. They were showing Okiya Omtatah running in the midst of tear gas, and he's looking so heroic. Okiya Omtatah, the person who has been fighting for Kenyans. That's the narrative that was being created. But, so Francis Gaito is raising very good questions, okay? By asking, this Mandamano is about the people, okay? This is not about Okiya Omtatah being portrayed as someone who's struggling to fight for Kenyans, being tear-gassed, chained, and you saw the videos. Oh, they started all this thing. Is in the wako kwa jela, wako kwa cell. They're singing, and they're singing freedom songs. They're singing quote. They're taking selfies. First of all, I don't know. Okay, maybe I don't know who takes selfies in jail in a jail cell. That's another story for another day. But I'm just saying, the whole thing was just clearly choreographed to portray Okiya Omtatah as this person who's fighting for Kenyans, because his reputation was at stake after Miguna raised, and Francis Gaito raised question. Actually, Francis Gaito straight up said Okiya Omtatah played a part in Kibet's arrest. He didn't even mince his words. Miguna was just asking questions about the situation, the circumstances that surrounds the arrest of Kibet. How come this man was arrested in his office and Okiya Omtatah did not give us any information about the men who came to his office and arrested Kibet? That is what people were asking. And when people start asking these questions, and when Amenya exposed him, and Francis Gaito said it clearly that Okiya Omtatah had something to do with Kibet, sold out Kibet to be arrested, Okiya Omtatah responds 48 hours by this Mandamano staff chaining himself to the ground in Aga Khan Road, being tear-gassed. All the cameras are surrounding Okiya Omtatah, trying to create this narrative that he's continuing to fight for Kenyans. But when the real revolutionaries call him and ask him, hey, can you help us expose Adani? Okiya Omtatah does not respond, does not pick up his phone. When the real revolutionaries ask questions, hey, Okiya Omtatah, where were you when Kibet was being arrested? Can you name the men that came up there? How did they look like? What time did they come? What time was they arrested? How many were they? Okiya Mtata has no questions. 48 hours later, he comes in and tells us, oh, we are going to Maandamano. Okiya Mtata! Okiya Mtata, you are a suspect. You are working for Ruto. We can see it. So the narrative that they're trying to paint with those tear gases, chaining yourself up, singing those lovely songs in your jail cells, singing those lovely songs in court, Okiya Mtata, we are not buying it, because when it comes down to it, when it's come down to action to face the state face to face, Okiya Mtata, you are a no-show, but you want to run around and pretend to be all this man who has been fighting for Kenyans. Okiya Mtata, you have questions to answer. Okiya Mtata, you are a fake opposition activist. Okiya Mtata, you are working for the state. Okiya Mtata, you are not a real revolutionary. Okiya Mtata, you are not fighting for Kenyans. Okiya Mtata, we know who you are. Okiya Mtata. Okiya Mtata. Now, let's go back. I'll share the link in a minute. Let's go back. Now that you've been exposed, Okiya Mtata. And if you want to, Okiya Mtata, I've reached out to you on X. You can come here. I can even put the link now. Ueleze maswali. Kinaga ubaga. You know who I am. I've reached out to you. The second one is this charlatan, the second charlatan. This lady that is acting up, called Martha Karua. This woman, Martha Karua, is as bad as William Samoei Ruto. I will repeat. I'm not going to miss my words. Martha Karua is as bad or worse than William Samoei Ruto. I don't care if you don't agree with me. I'll tell you, and I'll tell you right now. Oh, Shaba. Martha Karua is worse than William Samoei Ruto. Martha Karua is a tribalist and a corrupt woman. Do you remember that British tobacco company that gave him 50 pounds, British pounds, that bribed her? Do you remember that? That's number one. Don't be fooled by Martha Karua. Martha Karua is part of the problem in Kenya. I don't care. I will tell you. When the country was burning in 2007, Martha Karua was part of the reason why Kenya burnt down. Him, her, along with Ruto and Raila and Uhuru and Kibaki. You know, she came out, and when asked about that question, because everybody understood that Kibaki lost, she came up with the flimsiest, in fact, it was a lame excuse, saying that I was working for my boss, and so I did what was supposed to. So you are working for you are not principled. You don't stand on anything. You're an empty debe. But you want to pretend that in 2025, you care about justice and electoral justice. Because if Martha Karua was principled, she would have said, let's hold on. Let's audit these votes. Let's see who really won. Regardless of whether I work for the Kibaki or not. If she was principled, she would have said that. Let's take a look at these votes. But no. What did Martha Karua do? She came out almost physically fighting Orengo, physically fighting Ruto, physically fighting the ODM members at the time. Okay? Because her tribesmen were in power. But you see her, the funny thing, Francis Gaito actually exposed her. She was part of her and Maina, this Boniface Mwangi, who took money from Ruto 4 years ago in that, what was it called? There was an organization that was there that were raising money. Ruto gave them money. So let me tell you something. Don't be fooled by anyone who comes and tell you that Martha Karua is somebody we should listen to. Martha Karua is like Kaloma. Martha Karua is Kaloma. It's like Kaloma. That is a caliber. This is a corrupt, rotten politician who cares only about her money, her stomach, and her tribe. Tribalist to the core. Evil. Evil. Martha Karua is evil. Don't be fooled. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. You saw Martha Karua joined conman Raila Odinga in 2022 because in their small brains they thought that they have this baba and mama. Oh, wanawake, we shall vote for Martha Karua, and the rest of the idiots who think Raila is something will vote for Raila Odinga. But Kenya saw through this. Kenyans saw through this. They know the history of conman Raila Odinga after Raila Odinga betrayed them in 2017. They knew Martha Karua, nobody has. People still remember what you did in 2017. 2007, sorry. People died because of you. People died because of Martha Karua. So to come in 2025 pretending at mama, I'm talking about judiciary, I'm talking about justice against Ruto. Martha is working with Ruto. I'm telling you right now, Martha Karua is working with Ruto Samoi. They're working together. You saw her. Every time this fake activist get arrested, you saw her very quickly. Amesimama kwa koti, and she wants the cameras. She wants to represent everyone because she's irrelevant politically. This self-serving, selfish, rotten, harlot, ugly to the sight. She looks like a demon. She's a devil. Martha Karua is a faker. Do not even give it. I'm waiting for her to come visit here for her book, her wonderful book, wonderful, fantastically written book. Actually, it's not. I'm just being facetious. I'm waiting for her to come on a book tour so I can have an opportunity not only to heckle her, but to tell her face to face that, bitch, you are the reason why people were killed in 2007. You along with Ruto, you along with Raila, you along with Uhuru, you along with Maina Njenga, you along with Kibaki. You spill blood. Blood is in your hands, Martha Karua. But she pretends, oh, wamama. These people, I'm telling you, these people are pretending to be the opposition so that they can stop the real grassroots revolutionaries from taking over, taking out Ruto, because they knew Ruto, when Ruto is taken out, we shall hang him. And once we hang Ruto, we are not going to stop with Ruto. We are going back to Kenyatta. We shall look at Kenyatta, Uhuru Kenyatta. We shall hang Uhuru Kenyatta. Then we shall go to Raila Odinga. We shall find Raila Odinga. We shall hang that ugly old octogenarian. Once we finish with Raila, we shall go to Kibaki. What's left of Kibaki? We shall go to Maina Njenga. We shall go to Kaluma, Gabriel Ogoda, all these useless people, Babu Owino. Hang them to death. Ichungwa. Hang Ichungwa to death. We shall go back to we shall clear everything. That's why these people are working together, because they understand that if Ruto falls, every game that they have been playing with Okiom Tata, Martha Karua, Babu Owino, all these useless people, Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, shall all be brought to justice. They understand that. That's why they have to pretend and create people who are pretenders, acting as activists, acting as people who are fighting for Kenyans' plight. But in real sense, their real position is to stop and capture the movement, just like they use the Casmuels and others to stop people from removing this this criminal that is power right now. I'm telling you right now, Martha Karua. There's a guy who comes here. His name is Kip. He's a POI. I'm investigating him. I'm telling you, it gets deeper. It gets deeper, ladies and gentlemen. It gets deeper in 2025. I'm telling you. People let's not laugh with these people. I'm telling you. The last person I want to mention is none other than Kalonzo Musyoka. We know how Kalonzo Musyoka is useless. I'm telling you. And I'll speak about the hacking. I'm telling you. I'll speak about the hacking. There's something very interesting I've discovered with some people who are hacking my shit. I'm telling you. But let's leave that alone. That will be a whole video for another day. Let's talk about Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka is a pretender, an opportunist. I do not need to tell you that. You already know about Kalonzo Musyoka. You already know. He's trying to position himself, okay? Position himself where the wind is blowing, okay? He understands that Raila Odinga conman Terengenye, that useless octogenarian, senile old man who wants to run for AU, is done and dusted politically. He understands that. So he's trying to ride the wave, Gachagua's wave. By the way, let me tell you something. Gachagua is working for Uhuru Kenyatta. Gachagua is working for Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is working with Ruto. Ruto is working with Raila. It is the same club. Don't be fooled. Okay? Don't be fooled. These people are working together, but they're trying to act like they are divided. Musidanganywe Kenya. Let me tell you something. The solution I just saw, before I go on, just to digress, I just saw a previous minister in China who was caught for corruption, found guilty for corruption, and he was executed. What did I say? Executed. Yes, please. Share those number plates. I see you. Share this. That Chinese minister, once he was found guilty, he was executed to death. Okay? To death. I tell you, that's why I say Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta, William Samoei Ruto, Martha Karua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, I'm just to name a few. Atwoli, what's his name? This idiot that wants to run for president who's from Kisii. What's his name? Who was the CS1 in your interior? These people, we should not hang them. Hanging is nice. We should not hang them. Hanging is nice. The pain that these people have caused to Kenyans, let's not hang them. Let's do something for them. Let's tie them up. And have a 30-day, have them, starve them for 30 days, but they will not be starved just to be starved. They should be tortured to death. Tortured. Kibet. Not Kibet. What is it? Farouk Murkomen should be tied to a chair and let's cut his fingers one by one, while we sing the national anthem. Let's gouge out his eyeballs. Let's cut out his tongue so he can feel the pain of the people who died in Kiamba Church. So he can feel the pain of the people who died in Kondele. So he can feel the pain of the Kenyans who were killed in Nyalenda. Who can feel the pain of those who were killed in Kware. Let's do that. Let's do that to these people. Let's not leave them alone. Kenya has to be revolutionized. Kenya has to be revolutionized. And we're being nice. That is even nice. I'm telling you. we're just, that is being nice. That is being nice. That is just one suggestion. That is round one to what we can do to these people, because they're playing with us. They're playing with us. The Okiya Matatas, the Matakaruas, the Kalonzo Musyoka. Musyoka has been fake, by the way. Musyoka, Kalonzo, Uhuru, Ruto, these are Freemasons. These are devil worshipping people. Do not be fooled. That's why they sacrifice people. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Kenyans has to stand up. Kenya has to stand up. A grassroots revolutionary. In fact, we want an armed struggle because they don't understand peace. We need an armed struggle because they don't understand peace. If you try to protest where it's enshrined in the Constitution, they don't respect it. They don't respect it. So arms in arms, we are going to fight for this little struggle. Oh, children, because they don't understand. They don't understand the protest. They don't understand the Constitution. See, an animal like Ruto, Martha Karua, Raila Odinga, and Kalonzo don't understand what peaceful protest is. They don't understand civility. They're animals who only get their power and fame through sacrifice, the blood of the protesters, innocent citizens. So they only understand one language and one language alone. One language and one language alone. And that language is a language of force. Show them. Show them. Kenya should not play with these people. Kenya should not stand by and listen to these people. Kenya should not tolerate these people. Kenya should not let these people go. They cannot run scot-free. The land that they own, the family members should feel it to the core. And I have something, I have warning for those of you who agents of government who come here to hack my shit. I have something for you. Wait for me. Give me a month or so. I'm about to. I'll stop there. Due to legal reasons, I will not go further. But anyway, I'll stop here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't want to get beside myself. I'll come back later and I'll talk to you guys later where I shall bring you in. Subscribe, share, like, comment, and do all the good stuff. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and blessings. I'm out.